What's up, guys? So I never, ever get political. It's just not my nature. I will have those talks with family, though, like my dad and stuff like that, just because it's always a civil conversation and everything. I love it and I enjoy it. But, so in today's video, I get a little bit political on the video. Cuomo under fire for slow vaccine distribution, and his blame, the hospitals. So we're gonna kind of just dabble into that, just a tad. I ain't trying to get political. Maybe eventually you might hear some of my conspiracies that I might believe in, but you never know. But y'all check out this video, because know what? You ain't gonna regret it, bro. Think so. Like that would just be tragic, right? So we're going to jump into the next video, and I usually try not to get political. I try not to get into politics. I try not to get into any of that. But we're going to jump into this one. This is Fox News. Cuomo blaming the hospitals for not putting out distributing the vaccines fast enough, because and I ain't gonna get into what he did with like the start of the pandemic and all this craziness or anything like that, but still, bro, it's like, okay, what you gonna do now, right? So we're gonna jump into it. We might not watch the full thing, but we'll see though.
COVID critics are facing criticisms of their own. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo under fire for a slow rollout of vaccines. His state has administered less than a third of the shots it has on hand. Governor Cuomo pointing a finger at hospitals for the slow delivery and is threatening to fine those facilities if they don't give out all their doses quickly enough. And New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio being called tone deaf for dancing in an empty Times Square to ring in the new year. Greg, I know you're a big fan of Mayor de Blasio. Let's start with you. Thoughts on that?
He is such an awful human being that I can't even think of anything bad to say about Cuomo. It's weird. It's like it sucked all of that over to him. How does one explain de Blasio's behavior? Well, he's dancing while there was a madman on a full-on rampage through New York City, beating people with a wooden pole. He injured 10 people, knocked him out. He was mentally ill. So who's in charge?
So yeah, we ain't really going to get into the de Blasio stuff. We ain't really going to get into that. But what we are going to get into is this whole fiasco of hospitals, they ain't putting it out fast enough. My hands are clean. It's out of my hands. They should do what they need to do. But isn't it really up to the governor to be able to kind of push this stuff a little bit more out and just kind of like be a little bit more like intuitive, or at least like, I don't know, I can't find the right word for it, but shouldn't they be a little bit more call to action? Shouldn't they have a little bit more influence on putting distributing this stuff just a little bit better, right? Don't you think? Maybe I'm just totally wrong, and I'm just like, maybe I honestly don't know. I don't know, but I feel like that should be something, right? It should be something with that, hey, maybe you just could try to be a little bit more proactive and get those vaccines distributed a little bit more. I mean, I ain't gonna talk about my take on the vaccines or anything like that. I ain't trying to get into all the conspiracy stuff. But it's like, hey, like, like what's going on, right? And hold on. Yeah, so like, come on now. You know what needs to be done, right? You know what needs to be done. So just try to be a little bit more proactive. Get those vaccines out, right? These people need it. Why is New York having such a slow distribution of the vaccines? It don't make sense to me, right? Just try to like be a little bit more proactive. Stop putting the blame on everybody else and just take it. It's on you. Don't be putting it on other people, right? And like that's all we're hearing. Oh, man, well maybe if the hospitals they need to step their game up and put it out. I don't hear our governor in New Mexico saying that like at all, right? So why is this, going on like that, right? Why? It don't